Hello and welcome back to Asanas and Wellness. My name is Latoya, and today I'll be guiding you through a hands-free Hatha flow. So you don't need any props today, but you may want to have, a blanket on hand just in case you need it to help support your knees. And so we won't be putting any pressure on our hands today, only maybe using them to help us to transition into some poses. All right, so let's get started. So today we'll begin our practice in Sukhasana, or cross-legged position, with our spine nice and tall. Taking a few deep inhales and exhales in and out of our nose. And you can go ahead and close your eyes or soften your gaze. And let's just take a moment to get grounded, prepare ourselves for our practice. Focusing on this present moment and not worried about what happened before you got on the mat, and not being concerned with the things that you have to deal with later on in your day or later on in your week. Just focusing on this moment, on the time that we have right now. The time that you have given to yourself. Softening your shoulders, releasing any tension with each exhale. Now go ahead and send your left ear down towards your left shoulder, making sure that your neck is kind of rolled back a bit so that you can feel a nice stretch on the right side of your neck. And returning to center, let's take it over to the right. And coming back to center, let's do some shoulder rolls, up and back, syncing your breath, inhaling as your shoulders come up around the front, and exhale as your shoulders fall back and down. And reverse your rolls, coming up, back, and around down the front. And slowly returning to center, and you can go ahead and open your eyes if your eyes are closed. Now let's reverse our legs, crossing them the other way. Getting a deltoid stretch. So extend your right arm and just bring it across the left side of your body, using your left hand to pull above the elbow. And release, and let's take it to the other side. And release. Placing your hands on your knees, let's do some seated cat-cows. So inhale, round your spine back, head forward, and on the exhale, arch your spine forward, sending your gaze up. Continuing this movement. And on your next exhale, returning to neutral, straight spine. Now let's come down for puppy pose. Placing your knees directly under your hips and walking your hands forward to melt your forehead and your chest down into the mat. Slowly pushing up and shifting forward into Sphinx pose, down on your belly, your elbows under your shoulders, pressing your palms into the mat, sending your tailbone back towards your feet, chest pressing forward. Let's roll over to one side. We're going to go into a pose called cat pulling its tail. Bring your upper arm down to the mat. Bring your top leg, depending on what side you chose first, up so that it's kind of parallel to the ends of your mat. And bring your bottom leg and bend it up, grabbing it with your other hand. And if you like, you can extend your leg straight out, your top leg straight out for this, or you can just leave it bent if that is enough. And release. Now rolling back over to your stomach for a variation of cobra pose. So you're going to bring your chest down to the mat, and you're going to leave your arms in cactus, maybe up behind your ears, and just come up and hold. Just bringing your chest and head up and hold. And release. And once more. And release. Turning over to the other side for cat pulling its tail. And if it's too difficult to reach that back foot, then just kind of hold it up and just make the movement. Just reach that direction. and release. Now rolling over and coming to child's pose with your knees as wide as is comfortable for you. Big toes touching. Begin to walk your hands out, bringing your forehead down to the mat. Slowly pushing up, coming up on your knees. Go ahead and step your right foot up, going to a low lunge. So placing your foot so that your knee is directly over your ankle, sinking into your lunge. Take your right arm and take a twist towards the right, sending your right arm behind you. Trying to gaze towards your arm, your hand. And if you can't twist all the way to the back, just take it as far as you can. Coming back to center, straightening your right leg for half split. Arching your foot so that it's facing you. Extend your arms out behind you. Lean forward. Coming up, go ahead and kind of swing your back leg so that it's parallel to the side of your mat. Extend your left leg, facing forward. The right hand on your thigh, left hand up for gate pose. Maybe adjusting your hand down to your shin. And coming back up, moving back towards the front of your mat, facing the front of your mat. Now let's switch legs. Low lunge, right leg, left leg comes up. As you sink into your lunge. Don't forget to use your blanket under your knee if you need to. If you like, go ahead, take a twist, sending your left arm behind you and your gaze along with it, as far as your body will allow today. And back to center, half splits. Arms behind you, airplane arms, and diving your nose down towards your knee. If this is too difficult, lightly place your fingertips down to the mat. And coming up, swing that right leg parallel to your mat, pointing your left toe, right arm up and over, gate pose. Make sure that your right shoulder is rolling back and not trying to fall forward. And back up, turning forward and stepping up into mountain pose. Balancing on the balls of your feet. Feet as close together as is comfortable for you. Kneecaps up, tailbone, like you're pointing it down towards the mat. Broadening through your shoulders. Allowing your hands to just fall open, facing out. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, down, forward fold. Inhale, half fold. Back about parallel to your mat. And exhale, forward fold. Hips up. Bend your knees if needed. And slowly coming up. Shoulders and head last to come up. Stepping your left foot back, warrior two. Left foot parallel to the end of your mat. Right knee over your right ankle. Heel and arch aligned. Arms up, shoulder height. Just gazing over your front fingertips. Softening your shoulder. Now inhale, reverse warrior. Let's take that left arm and wrap it around your back. Send your right arm up and your gaze up for a nice back bend. And your reverse warrior. Breathing. And coming back up, straightening your right leg. Arms extended. Reach your right arm out and tilt for triangle pose. Fingers either grabbing your shin or bring them down to the mat. Send your gaze up, or if it's more comfortable to look straight out or down, do that. Whatever feels the best right now. Coming up, bending that right knee, forearm down to your right knee. Let's take an extended side angle. Make sure that your pinky here is face down towards your mat. Body creating a line. And back up. Let's turn both feet parallel to the ends of your mat. Cactus arms, a squat for goddess pose. Sinking your hips as far as they will go, keeping your arms at shoulder height. Maybe gazing up. And straightening your legs. Coming back to the top of your mat. Back to mountain pose. This time taking it to the other side. So step your right foot back, warrior two. Checking your alignment. Right arm behind your back. Reverse warrior. Straightening back up. Straighten your left leg. Reach. Triangle pose. Coming back up on an inhale, bending that left knee, forearm to your knee for extended side angle. Remembering to breathe. Coming back up, making both feet. Bringing your left foot parallel to the other end of your mat. Cactus arms, sinking down, goddess pose. Coming back up, walking your feet in, stepping with your feet maybe about as wide as your mat. Yogi squat or malasana. Bring your hips down, adjusting your feet if you need to. Using your elbows to kind of press your knees open a bit. All right, so now we're going to come down to sitting. So get there however it's easiest for you. Bounds angled, bring the soles of your feet to touch. Spine nice and tall. And let's take a twist to the left. Releasing to center. Spine nice and tall. And exhale, take it to the right. Release to center. Extend your left leg, bringing the right sole of your foot to the inside of your left thigh. Arms up, inhale, extend, and exhale, fold over, head towards your knee. Keeping a slight bend in that knee if you need to. Pushing yourself back up. Let's extend the right leg. Bring your left sole to the inside of your right thigh. Arms up, inhale, extend, exhale, folding over. Slowly pushing yourself up, bringing your soles back together, bounce angle, taking a forward fold. And pressing up, let's come to our backs for pigeon pose. So bring your left ankle onto your right knee. Bring your right knee up and grab it either under your knee or on your knee, however you can bring it in. Slightly pulling that knee in, feeling it right in your left hip, and keeping that left foot flexed. Release your right foot to the mat, then extend your left leg towards the sky and just roll your ankle or flex it up and down, whatever feels good. Now bringing your foot down to the mat, let's take it over to the other side. Bringing that knee in, remembering to flex your foot. And releasing your left foot down to the mat, extending your right foot towards the ceiling, straightening that leg, rolling that ankle, flexing that ankle. Bringing it down to the mat. Now we're going to press up to bridge pose. So tucking in your shoulder blades a bit, hands out to your side with your palms up, your feet hip width distance apart. Go ahead and press into the mat, lifting your hips up towards the sky, keeping your knees in, not allowing them to fall out, but keeping them so that they're in line. And try to come up on your toes. And bring your heels down, back up onto your toes, heels down, back up. And bringing your heels down and slowly bringing your hips down to the mat. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Just tuck them towards your chest. If you need to rock a little bit, go ahead and rock a little bit. Now slowly release your legs down to our final pose, Shavasana. with your legs, just lying comfortably, feet just kind of out to the side, hands out to your sides, your palms up, making sure that your shoulder blades are tucked in. And if this is not comfortable for you, feel free to keep your knees bent, maybe allow your knees to fall in towards one another, or even turn on your side for a side corpse, whatever's comfortable for you. I'm gonna lay here in Savasana for maybe about 2 minutes, just allowing our practice to just sink in. And also thanking ourselves for the time that we gave ourselves on the mat today, where we focused on our own health, our own well-being, focused on filling our cup. Eyes closed, or keep your gaze soft. Feel free to pause the video and remain in Shavasana for as long as you need to. And when you're ready, begin to deepen your breath. Begin to make small movements, like wiggling your fingers and toes, rolling your head side to side. Slowly roll over to one side and push yourself up into Sukhasana. Bring your hands to your heart center. We'll end our practice today with a deep cleansing breath in through the nose and out of your mouth. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Namaste.